Standing water is covering this field in Hancock County, and every day that the crops aren't planted is another day of losing money. As you said, the call came in just over an hour ago, around 9:45, for an injured person. Police responded here, an ambulance responded. The broken glass shattered at our feet right here, and some tables been turned. This window is completely shattered. We actually walked back a little bit away from that because we got tear gassed a little bit ourselves, and the wind here downtown in these streets is blowing that tear gas around. But as you can see, that's the fire growing pretty large as people are kind of spreading back here. Police say they got a call about shots fired to this area, a few calls actually, and when they responded, that's when they found 2 people dead. You can see it happened in a home behind me. And between that time, the person came here to Shapiro's Deli from about noon until 2 o'clock. So if your calendar looked anything like this, you could expect to see symptoms appear between March 25th and April 8th. As students walk to class this week, they'll be extra careful after hearing about what's spreading. In February, 2 cases of the mumps were found on campus. In March, a 3rd. Then last week, 3 more, bringing the total to 6. Or how about one of these? It's a prepaid gift or debit card that'll cut you off if you ever try to spend too much. And you may also have to take a look at your list with aunts, cousins, uncles, siblings. You might have to make some cuts. Wait, what? Sorry, man. This wild chase between police and a stolen truck began on the street and ended with shots fired in Kaylee Wright's front yard.
I was like, let's go inside, because I saw she had her gun drawn. And as fast as I could say that, she started shooting.
As police tried to corner the stolen truck, a female officer got out of her car, and fearing for her life, she fired a number of shots.
Like, he was trying to get out of the ditch, and she kind of walked up to him, and when she walked up to him, he started revving his engine up more, and I think it scared her because it did kind of look like he was coming at her.
The shots peppered the car but didn't hit anyone inside. The tire sprayed Wright's house with mud as she huddled with her kids inside.
They were scared. Hunter, my 1-year-old, he was crying, and Caven and Forrest just wanted to know what was going on.
After struggling to move, the car took off, eventually making its way down US 31 as a parade of police cars followed behind. Then it finally came to a stop near the Greenwood Mall, where police arrested 29-year-old Kaylin LaRoche and 24-year-old Brittany Nicholas.
Yeah, luckily it's just mud and not bullets and everything else.
Even though Wright's home and yard are left a mess, she's happy this scary scene didn't end in tragedy.
I am beyond thankful that me, my neighbors, the officers, everyone was all right, my kids. It could have been a lot worse than it was.
Music has the power to bring people together, connecting us to each other and to ourselves.
We're seeing just this gift of music reconnect people to their stories, to who they are.
For everyone in this room, Alzheimer's or dementia is changing daily life.
Quite a journey, quite a journey.
A life that for Shannon and Dave Belt began at senior prom, then on to 44 years of marriage and a diagnosis of dementia.
Shannon knows exactly what she wants to say, but getting the right words out and having them come out is a bit of a challenge.
You've got a friend in me.
But here in their weekly chorus practice, those words come easier, along with memories and emotions.
The moment that we all sat down, it became obvious that this was something that for us to do.
1, 2, go. You got...
Music has moved Rick Cobb his entire life, and he noticed even as memory fades, music still moves others.
Through music, there are no limitations. It's almost like this music defies dementia, if you will.
Shine, let it shine, let it shine.
So we started this chorus in the fall, an 8-week program called Sing Your Story. Each person suggested a song from their past.
Johnny Cash is there.
Because like the legends who sang them, those memories are the last to fade, and singing them brings us together.
You really aren't aware of how many other people share the same struggles, the same journey that you think you're so alone on.
As the right words become harder to find, music will always be there, along with those we love, because this journey is one that no one should travel alone.
No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide.
In Carmel, Brett Kast, Fox 59 News.
Ramsey Banshew,
18 names,
Richard Burleson,
18 flags,
Ralph Chapman,
for 18 veterans,
Donald Chestnut.
all but forgotten.
Our focus is to give them the most dignified burial that we can.
A burial
Bert French Jr.,
for veterans whose remains were unclaimed.
Claude Harper,
For some, it's been months.
John Shelley,
Others,
Rex Keller.
more than 10 years.
For people, unfortunately, kind of out of sight, out of mind, that you forget about them, or you're just maybe still not ready.
Gary Coots,
So in front of a crowd of complete strangers,
Stephen Kinsler,
each name was read aloud.
David Legg.
Each name given recognition.
If you don't personalize it and let them know who these people were, it's just not as meaningful.
It's hard to imagine
Carl Maynard,
why no one came for these heroes.
Richard Mross,
But for those here today,
Robert Nelson,
the why doesn't matter.
James Powell,
What matters is that 18 names are heard,
Billy Stoltz,
18 flags folded,
Lindsay Tolliver,
and 18 veterans
Lewis Wadsworth.
remembered. In Marion, Brett Kast, Fox 59 News.